Hey anyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, where today we're watching Moon Knight Episode 3. Last week, we saw Steven make his debut in the Mr. Knight costume, and honestly, the idea of that joke is just so hilarious, right? Mr. Knight in the comics is like an extra personality on his own. I love the idea of merging that suit with Steven misunderstanding like what everyone else was talking about by suit. It's like suit. I got a suit on. It's great. I can hope we see more of Mr. Knight. But at the end of the episode, Marc was in control, and we ended off in Egypt. We've had episodes with Steven, so it's going to be nice to get to know Marc a little directly rather than just from Steven's perspective. And I'm hoping Jake will show up. But I don't know. Usually big earth-shattering things happen in episode 4 of these shows. Honestly, I'm not going to waste any time talking. Let's just get into it.
And then I found him with the scarab, living.
Who are you talking to, Layla?
Now he's probably going.
Oh, you're getting a fake passport?
We'll never know.
Very interesting to see the process of making one of these fake IDs, because you don't really see that very often. You kind of see the pictures and maybe some computer images, but that's it. You just have folios like, okay, which one am I getting right now? Yeah, Egypt's over here.
Your baggage, not mine.
So, speaking of that baggage, will we see any bit of Layla's father
Avoid your own
and all that? Because I'm interested about that. You know, I find it interesting. Every show until now in the Disney Plus Marvel show has had a title card in the episode, right? And Moon Knight is the first to not. It just goes into the episode. Okay, about a compass that does that and just points. It's like, how do you know? You need to have some kind of general idea anyway, right? I'm really interested to see what Ammit will look like in this show. Right? Will they humanize her to look like other Egyptian gods? This is some awesome parkour. Marc clearly likes parkour. Will they humanize her? Or will they...
Talk to that guy.
Right, I keep... Let me finish my sentence. Will they humanize her, or will they, keep it a giant monster?
Really? Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, a big knife. I'm so scared. Oh, it's nice to see confident Marc rather than scared Steven. He had to open his palm up, right? He was just gonna do a straight punch, and he's like, nope. You guys are bad at this. See? Idiot. This is a fight. No flourishing with like, Oh, shit. Oh. Now Steven is the one messing around? I love the fact that now that in Marc's thing, we're flipping back and forth. Marc, he can't really talk with you choking him. Why do people keep choking other people? Steven, stop. Steven, it's a good thing for you to, tell Marc not to kill people, but... Huh?
Then who was it?
Jake! I love the fact that Marc does the same thing. Mirror thing. Jake's in there.
Take him to the land.
Khonshu, shut up. Wait, can Khonshu take control? Is that what they're doing in the show? But no. I think it's Jake. Just answer him before somebody else takes control.
Praise Ammit.
No! Flippin' cultists.
I thought it talked.
Shut up, Khonshu, you stupid birdhead idiot. What is your bad idea? Are you?
Sending the gods a signal they can't ignore.
I thought you just said not to do that, though. You're causing a massive unscheduled eclipse. Massive flex from Khonshu here, right? He may not be able to physically, like, do his work himself, but, you know, he thought, oh, it's just wind, right? But no, he just caused a flipping eclipse. That's insane. Please, I would love to see the gods of thing. Egypt. Oh, I was not expecting to see a pantheon this episode. Please, please. I wasn't expecting to see any of the gods, but anyway. I want to see Anubis, Osiris. Please don't let them be statues. That would be not as interesting. That's flipping cool. We'll see the other avatars, which means it'll just be people.
Hathor's melodies.
I want to see her, not the people. Disappointed. I know it's still cool, but you really pushed my hopes up when you said we'd see the gods. But
I try not to. Horus.
oh, you're talking about this is straight possession?
You've been banished once for nearly exposing us, Honshu.
What do you care about being exposed? The Asgardians are already a thing.
Speak your purpose.
Whoa, wait. She has to be Bast. The cat. Oh, flip. Don't say, ah, shit. Harrow himself is here, which means this is not good.
You know exactly why we are here.
I love his acting of when Khonshu's taken over, because it's not like he's in control at all. It's just like, ah! And Marc is so tired. Like, oh, that takes so much energy. He's using the DID against this. Oh, flip. No!
Tell you that this is a deeply troubled man.
Like you, Mr. Glassfoot. No, shut up! Let him finish the goddamn. Oh, flippers, no, flippers. Oh, you mother flipping dumbasses. What is this trial where no evidence is allowed to be presented? Mother flipping Khonshu just yells. Marc can't finish the sentence because Khonshu's too tiring.
His sarcophagus was stolen and sold on the
Of course it was.
You might want to start there.
Because of course it was. Layla. She stole a lot of nonsense. As the beginning of the episode said. But okay, who's watching? It's always interesting, especially when you have those like shots taken from certain angles and it's moving, right? The moving camera. It makes you feel like someone's watching that person. Right? And like this, it's like someone's spying on you. And it's a great trick used in horror movies because it always makes it feel like, are we in the monster's position? Right? Like right now. Or is that Khonshu's view? Hi, Layla. Took you long enough to find him. No, yeah. See, I was right. I knew that weird spying presence was something. We were looking through Khonshu's eyes. Dude, can't you just tell her? It's like, I am trying to prevent you from becoming the same thing with Jig I am.
Is that your... I'm here for me and for everyone else who would die if Harrow succeeds.
Decent enough reason. Of course, you may end up back together, kind of, somehow, but
Whatever that's worth.
at the end of this, but still, good enough reason. I also love that her jewelry necklace thing is also another moon. Please, I want to know some backstory. How long has you had it under control? But how long has it been a thing?
Doesn't matter.
No, what's the matter? I want to know too. Tell your wife. Tell the audience. Dude, just tell her. What is the problem? Like, is Khonshu gonna be like angry at you for telling her? Okay, we got some medieval times going on here. I wasn't expecting that.
After Madripoor, I'm sure you two will have a lot.
Madripoor! Hey, we got another mention after Falcon and Winter Soldier. That guy is such a punchable face. Not like the soft punchable, but like, you're such a jerk. I just want to punch you in the face. I wish you could change it to Steven right now, because Steven is the Egyptian expert here, and he could bluff through this a lot faster. Though Steven is also bad at lying.
Let Steven out before you blow this.
She said the same thing.
All right, what do you see?
Steve, there's very reflective. Can Steven at least like whisper at you? There's a lot of reflections here. Steven.
No location indicated.
Because the information has to be unlocked.
Thank you, Steven. I love that they're working together. That's the best part of all this. Well, I expected this to happen. I mean, like, it's a big glass pyramid. Oh, no. No, 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 mother flipping. Oh, don't be a spying jerk-ass. Spilling secrets. I love the fact that he transformed right up the pyramid, and now he's having like a wah moment before throwing his moon rings. Oh, the cape! Oh, okay, we're killing people again. No biggie then. Steven, stop, please! This is not the time! No, not now! No! Steven? I'm glad to see this suit again, but like... Steven?
Just like chill the F out and talk for a second. Take the body.
Take the body, Marc! It was the best! Steven's like, oh, let's non-violence, and then just impaled several times over. Oh, that is awesome! Marc, just tell her the truth.
You haven't. You don't.
I know he hates to say this, because the proof is, when she got hurt, he reacted immediately. He cares about her. But he's doing this to push her away. Oh, that outfit. That outfit was in a poster. Let Steven in. He can do this stuff better than you can. That was the easiest transition the whole time. Dude, Steven is just full on falling for Layla, which is just strange. Because you aren't married to her, you aren't married to her. Oh, Orion. I see that all the time. Right. I knew it looked familiar, but I see him all the time. He's probably the one constellation you can actually see in my town. Because the light pollution makes it very hard to see anything, but Orion, especially his belt, is very clear to see. Oh, this is going to be epic. I'm really glad Khonshu's going to be helpful for once. You see this? Oh my god, I was wondering what was happening when this was in the trailer, but this is only episode 3. Can you imagine the people of the MCU? I mean, they're literally just like, what the flip? I mean, this is happening. Maybe a year ago, the Eternals happened, right? And the big Celestials showed up in the sky. Oh, now you guys do something. For flip's sake. Why is it a problem if people know you exist? Right? There are so many others. So that's great. You know where to go, right? To find Ammit. But now you need to go get a detour to go get Khonshu. I can't wait to see these idiots' faces when Ammit gets released. That's for sure.
Your torment forced me. I owe my victory to you.
So that's it with Harrow here, right? It's not anything extra. Oh, episode ended. And that was episode 3, the friendly type, which I felt was... Honestly, it was nuts compared to our last 2 episodes, right? We're here in Egypt, we went around to so many places. First things first, just to try to go in somewhat order of my thoughts. The very beginning, proved that, Marc and Steven aren't alone in there, right? Maybe this is a spoiler for some of you, but in the comics, there is at least one other personality, Jake Lockley. That's a name I know of. But I also know that there is a number of others besides them, right? There are a couple of cool comic panels, right, of a whole bunch of personalities coming out. But another main one on the same level as Steven and Mark is Jake Lockley. So there's this, mirror moment, right? Steven, blacks out and then he finds that everyone is murdered around him in a circle. And then Mark blacks out and the same thing happens. Everyone around him is dead. And he thinks it's Steven. Steven thinks it's him. They move past it very quickly, but as the audience, we know for a fact that that's Jake. In fact, it also, makes us go back and retroactively doubt whether the same scene for Steven was Mark or whether Jake did that. And it's going to be very interesting how they're going to portray Jake in the show coming forward. Obviously, the personalities in the show aren't identical to what happened in the comics. I mean, in the comics, Stephen Grant was more like a Bruce Wayne. But here, that's obviously not the case. So Jake Lockley could be like, who knows, maybe he's the darkest personality, right? When we were in Steven's shoes, Mark seemed like his darker half, the more murdery half. But now we're here with Mark, and you see, while he's definitely a badass, and he has no compunction about killing bad guys, he's not totally murderous, right? He's trying to hold himself back just a little bit, even without Steven messing with him. So to make Mark look better, maybe they're making Jake like the ultimate bad guy personality. Like that last episode, we learned about like the whole zip-tied murder shot in the back of the head thing. Again, maybe that wasn't Mark in control. Maybe it was Jake, and that's how the show will kind of even things out. I don't know. I'm just really interested to see. At this point, we've seen Oscar Isaac play Stephen Grant. We've seen him play Mark Spector. We've even seen him play Khonshu, in that very interesting scene. Khonshu was like projecting his voice through his body. It was very interestingly done, right? Because it really did feel like he was being puppeteered, right? There wasn't a nice, unlike the other avatars, right? They were just like chilling and talking normally. They didn't really mind, but it wasn't comfortable for Mark in the least, right? This is clearly, he's not gelling with Khonshu very well, right? So to see him play another personality would just be cool. Speaking of the other avatars, I won't deny, you can't just tease a meeting of the gods and then just, deny me like that, right? Oh my god, we're going to see the other gods of Egypt and it's just 4 random people with some glowing eyeballs. Disappointing, but it was an interesting scene, right? Even though the gods were filling the usual, stupid authority stereotypes, it's an interesting idea. The idea, Hathor is very helpful, right? Even when the other gods don't necessarily agree. Harrow in this episode was particularly insidious, right? His whole thing of just having his network of spies always appearing to block the efforts of Mark and just using secrets that I have no clue how he could have gotten to drive into, right, all the characters. Just twist them around and mess with their heads. It's just so evil. It makes him more of a threatening villain, that's for sure. And the idea here that he doesn't have some kind of dark backstory or something he failed to do. It's just the fact that his abusive relationship with Khonshu just left him in such a terrible state that he became the man he is now, right? And that's a very interesting way of doing it, because Moon Knight, as long as he remains a character, Khonshu will be a main character who will follow along. So the idea that this is a monster created by Khonshu that we're dealing with is interesting, because it's like the hero creates the villain, right? We've seen that before, but this is kind of different, right? Because Khonshu isn't our hero. He's just there, kind of giving power to our hero, right? And it's just interesting, right? And how, Mark and we'll have to redefine that relationship compared to what happened. I don't know if my words are really making sense, but there it is. Finally, Khonshu made a sacrifice. We lost him this episode, right? We lost his power, and that's going to make next episode very interesting, right? Marc and Steven have to deal without his fancy suit, fancy powers, right? He only survived being impaled multiple times because of that suit. Oh, now Khonshu isn't there, and they have to somehow sneak into the Pyramid of Giza to go get him back, which is not going to be easy, that's for sure. And the idea, and I know it's going to confuse people, the idea that Khonshu can literally move the heavens, right? But he can't do anything on Earth but blow wind. It's a bit of a dichotomy, but it's cool. I don't have too much else to say at this moment. Probably just tired and can't think of anything else. What was your favorite part of the episode? Over here is an extra action whenever that comes out. Over here is a playlist of my videos, and on my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.